This is how I survived in Minecraft as a traveling nomad. First, I broke a tree. I made a crafting table and built some basic tools. Made sure to finish chopping the tree down entirely so I can actually replant it. Trees are beautiful, beautiful creatures, so I would like to see one grow again, even though I won't be here to necessarily see it. I made a boat to travel across a big body of water, and I looked at some chests within a broken down ship. I found some clothing and also a treasure map, but I didn't trust some random map to guide me to a so-called treasure, so I really didn't pay that much attention to it. I traveled a bit more until I arrived on land. Then I picked up some more stone for some better tools and also some coal for eventual cooking or anything I needed to do. I ran through the beautiful grass plains coming across some sort of spawner that creates monsters. I decided to take a peek and look around, but I ended up kind of, looking and then leaving because I was not going to deal with all that. Let's be honest, I don't want to die, and frankly, I'm gonna act like I never came across that in the first place. I gathered some more coal and also got some iron, and I entered another body of water to see what some ruins was all about. I had to fight off what looked like a water zombie, maybe a drowned zombie. Shoot, maybe it's a merman, I have no idea. But I looted the chest in the ruins and I eventually got out of the water. After I got out of the water, I continued traveling and I came across a village. Luckily enough, the village was full of nice people, so I was able to take a bed that they had spare, build myself a small wooden tent so I could sleep off the first night of my travels. I woke up the next morning, packed up my things, and left the villagers. After a bit of travel, I came across a beautiful cherry blossom forest. I cut down some trees and replanted them as well. And the beauty made me want to scale a mountain. Maybe set up camp there with some high elevation. After traveling past some tall spruce trees, I finally found the mountain. Yeah, so I climbed my way up a mountain to set up a small little tent. It was made from the cherry blossom wood that I chopped earlier in the day, and I turned on my furnace for some light and warmth in my little home for the night, and then I headed to bed. After waking up the next morning, I felt a bit chilly, but I thought to myself I needed to keep on trucking, so I picked up my stuff and began heading off. After traveling quite a bit, I came across a big area covered in snow and ice. I wasn't looking forward to traveling through this horrible weather, but I continued on until I eventually found a bit of an igloo. I made some renovations to make it a bit warmer by placing wood on the floor with some carpet, but also the fireplace I made helped me out with how cold it was in the area. But I knew once the sun was up on the next day, I needed to race out of this environment because there was no way I could live through this cold once again. So when I went to bed with my campfire blazing away, I had one of the worst sleeps of my life. After sitting by the campfire a little bit longer, watching the smoke go out of the little hole I made in the igloo, I knew it was time to leave. So I packed up whatever I needed to take with me, and I headed off once again. My goal was to not only get out of the snow, but go somewhere a little bit more warm, hopefully another tall spruce forest type of deal. I actually wanted to kind of be somewhere similar to the mountain area again. Yeah, I don't want to necessarily be in a mountain, but it would be nice to actually relax in a place high up where I didn't have to worry about being jumped by monsters, and maybe just slightly higher and relaxing with a nice cool breeze, not a completely frozen tundra that's going to give me hypothermia. But that's beyond the point. And I headed off toward that spruce biome that I spoke of. And I made some ladders and some different things as well. But I laddered up a nice tree, making my home base up there for the night. It was a nice place. Nice breeze, nice area. Just a nice place to be calm, think about things, and also just get lost in your thoughts as I stared at the sky. But eventually I would head to sleep just like every good night. And I realized that this journey that I was having was a really nice one. And I could go anywhere. I could do anything. I could be anyone who I wanted to be, or anyone I wanted to be. I was truly at home with having no home. With all that said, I laid rest on my bed for the night and fell asleep while staring at the stars. Waking up on the treetops in my temporary home, I look out from basically above, looking at the water and so on, and I know that today's gonna be a lot of boat travel. The breeze is nice, the sunrise is nice, but I could see that the creek heads out into the ocean, so I knew that I need to gather my things and head off into the water. So that's exactly what I did. I took a boat through the water for quite a while, I'm not gonna lie to you, but eventually I would come across another village. The villagers there were extremely nice, but of course I didn't want to live in one of their village more or less houses. I felt kind of bad about doing that, but I did see a nice beach right outside. So I decided, you know what? Why not? Let's post up on the beach, make a nice little kind of circle for me that I'll be okay in, and I'll lay my bed down and sleep on the beach. I mean, going from mountain to igloo to treetops and so on, and now ending on a beach is kind of awesome. The beauty of being a nomad in this world and just exploring and adventuring throughout the entire time is I can just travel wherever I want. Nowhere I can necessarily call home, but I meet so many people, so many different environments, that the nature of everything feels like home, feels comfortable. But like I said, I ended the day on the beach, and I ended with a nice sleep. As the sun would set and go away for the night, I would wake up the next day and I would look out into the sunrise. The sunrise would be beautiful, but I knew more boat travel would be in my future, so I boated off into the sunrise, waiting for my next journey. Now, and for now, well, the journey is over. I don't know what's happening next in my journey. I'm not sure what's to come in this world and what's to come in my life as a nomadic adventurer, but I know that it'll be a spectacle, and I know it will be amazing. That's all I care about, and that's all that matters. But as always, if you want to see more of my nomadic adventure, maybe I'll do 100 days of it, but I gotta see that y'all want to see it. With that said, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope all y'all have an amazing day and maybe go on some amazing adventures just like I did. See y'all.